Want me to bring it?
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, we the Hebrew Israelites coming at you with another lesson. Before we begin, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash, Barakatham, Akim. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, teach well, helping us grow. And peace and salutations and safety to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 that's pushing this truth in all sincerity, helping us grow. With that, I'm Masha,
MaYaKaAhla,
and we together, man, we wanted to get a quick lesson in on proving that it's having messed up.
basically we want to show through precepts and scriptures what Israelites will go through and how to identify them based on the Bible.
All right. You know, it's no easy way to show that we the Israelites, man, because it's not like Esau and them that hid all the documents and everything, you know. So through faith, man, we believe we are the Israelites, man. And through the curses, we understand that we're the Hebrew Israelites, you know. And you want to start out with something?
Yeah. Like I said, it's not easy proving it, but you got to study to show yourself approved. So let's start off with Jeremiah 14:2. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. So that's one of the physical descriptions in the Bible of the head tribe Judah. They are dark skinned, they are black. And a precept to bounce off of that would be Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5, I believe. Salaki if I butcher that. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. So again, in the Song of Solomon and in Jeremiah, it describes a color, black, well not black physically, but dark skin, because the sun hath looked upon me, as it is written. So there's 12 tribes of Israel. Judah's the head tribe. That's the tribe King David came out of, Yahweh Shai came out of, and there's physical descriptions of both men and the tribe of Judah in the Bible, and it's physical description of everything in the Bible. And we're just here to break some of it down. And not everything, because we'll be here all night. But
right.
You got any precepts?
Yeah. All right. So like MaYaKaAhla was saying, that you know, through the curses, man, that we know we can prove that, because the curses hit home with us, you know. And we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 14. We can start at 15. I'll put Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. I'm not supposed to get that. All right, bear with me. I'm going to start at verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, thy power to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's what, you know, that's how, if you read the whole from 15 to 68, you know, a lot of precepts gonna jump out at us to show us that we're the Israelites. Like, I'm gonna drop down to 28 and 37 just to give an example. Okay. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb. We blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we are all bywords, you know. Niggas, spics, you know, wetbacks, coons, you know. Okay, that's the proverb, and a byword among all the nations, not all the nations call us this. Okay, and the Lord shall lead thee. All right, and it's a. I think I gotta, and I'm not. Give me a minute. I'm gonna find it. But how we gotta go to our enemies to buy everything: food, water, clothing. I'm just roughly paraphrasing. Okay.
48.
48. That's 48. All right. Thanks. You want to bring it out?
All right, Khan. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
See, so, and that yoke is still on our necks today, you know. But only through Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai, that yoke is lightened, you know, through Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna go to
Salakia. But as the brother mentioned, a yoke of iron upon our necks. What other nations have yoke of irons on their necks?
Exactly.
What other nations besides the Israelites? Yeah. Hispanics had yoke of irons on their necks. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't just so-called black people. It was all 12 tribes that went through the transatlantic slave trade. There's over 2 million so-called Mexicans in the Philippines now. How'd they get there? Transatlantic slave trade. Yeah. We were scattered through all the four corners of the earth. That's a curse in Deuteronomy chapter 28.
All right. We can go. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if that thou speak not according to this word. All right. I think I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 20. The law and the testimony, if thou speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in thee. All right. Well, I bring this out because there's no light in Esau in these other nations, the heathens. The light is in the Hebrew Israelites, man. You know, we the ones spread that light, okay? And then we the only ones to stand by the laws and statutes. You know, we can't keep them all, but we rehearse the righteous acts, and we do what we can, and that's where the grace comes. Grace comes, but we live the laws to the best of our ability, you know. And I want to go to Psalms 147.
That's lucky. Why you look for that? The Akim said that if you don't speak according to, if you bring any facts out, so-called facts out, but it's not according to the Bible, there's no light in you, and you're basically a liar. If you go to a church and they say anybody could be an Israelite, you're a liar. Prove it in the Bible. Exactly. If you're not, there's no light in you. You're spreading darkness.
Yep. I don't have my glasses on. Psalms 147. You got it?
Nah, I heard you. Kind of. All right, why you look for that? Can I bring one up?
Go on.
It's lucky. All right, this is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's a heavy precept. That's one of the precepts that brought me to the truth. Because you can look around and see our people are destroyed. Truly destroyed. So-called Haitians have the lowest life expectancy on the entire Western Hemisphere. And that's because, what do? They practice voodoo. They eat abominable foods. this idolatry and destroying your temple. So there's punishment for that. So-called Native Americans here too have lower life expectancy. What do? They stick them in reservations and just surround them with alcohol, and they take everything from them. They put them in desert land where they can't grow their crops and stuff. Come on, Native American people thrive on their land. They thrive on the man.
And now in the news they're showing that the Native American on these reservations that they got a high rate of the coronavirus out there. You know, so they're being hit as well. You know, and since we talk, I'm gonna bring out, you finished?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna bring out Psalms 147. I'm gonna start at verse 19, and he showed his word unto Jacob, and Jacob is Israel. And his name was changed to Israel, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. And that's, we brought that out our last study, that you know the Israelites are the chosen people, you know. So and he only showed his laws and statutes and commandments to us. We're the only ones under these curses that in Deuteronomy 28 through 15 through 68. Verse 20, he have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have known them. Praise ye the Lord. All right. So the Israelites are we're the only ones underneath these curses. That's why we can identify with them, you know.
All right, and Jacob and Israel, that's the northern and southern tribe. Southern tribes are the so-called black people, basically, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the northern tribe is the rest of the tribes, so-called Native Americans and Hispanics. All right, let's jump over to Genesis chapter 49. Let's jump over to 14 to get a precept on Issachar. Now, Issachar is a so-called Mexican man. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass crouched down. Salakia. Let me start from the beginning. Genesis chapter 49 verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land it was pleasant. And he bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. Now, everybody knows so-called Mexicans are known for working hard. And if you say there's another nation out there that works harder than Mexicans, you're a liar. Everybody knows that. That's why the scriptures say Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens. Now, I heard brothers mention that the two burdens could be representative of North America and South America, because Mexico's right in between them, and that is two heavy burdens to be under. And then we could bounce off a precept off of that. First Chronicles 12 and 32. Come on.
You know, and we was talking about Judah, you know, the southern kingdom, that would be Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. You know, that and the women. That's another way we can tell too. These women, man, Judah, you know, and all the southern kingdom women, man, they got that. They just go off, man. You know, these women are something else, man. And I want just quickly, we can come back. I just want to go to Isaiah 3:16. Isaiah 3 verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion, now Zion is Jerusalem, okay, are haughty. You know, that's they full of pride, man. You know, especially the southern kingdom women, man. They full of pride, man, and haughty, and they walk with stretched forth necks, wanton eyes. We all know they walking their neck, you know, trying to you know, seduce us, you know, trying to, you know, like that snake, you know, like that serpent, you know, and walk with stretched forth necks, wanton eyes, walking with mincing as they go, and making tingling with their feet. So, and then it said, therefore I will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters, man. That's why these are the Southern Kingdom women, man. They with these what's them the wigs, that things they be wearing, them weaves, yeah. And they praying over these wigs, and they acting weird. That's why they acting weird around here. There's no telling what they praying sacrifices over those weaves and everything, man.
A lot of those weaves are made out of animal hair, so they put on these weaves and they get on different spirits. And they act crazy.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna continue. It said, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of their heads, the daughters of Zion. The Lord will discover their secret parts, man. And I just wanted to bring that out when I heard him say about the Judah, the Southern Kingdom. It's another way we know that we the Israelites.
Yes,
all right.
Another quick precept to bounce off that on a positive note for the women in Psalms. This is what proves that so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American women are people, not just women, are Israelites. Psalms 50 and verse 2. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God has shined. So everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody, well, I know that so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American women are the baddest women on the planet. And the perfection of beauty, as it is written. Let me bring out this First Chronicles chapter 12 and 32. Now this bounces off the Issachar precept. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Now, when it says Issachar were men that had understanding of the times, now, where did that Mayan calendar come from? One of the most advanced calendars ever. That came out of Mexico. Come on.
So they was the ones reading and doing all the reading of it. You got anything else? That's it on that?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay. And like we were saying before, that it's many ways that Esau has destroyed the artifacts and everything that's proving who we are, but they can't take away the spirit, because the spirit bears witness with the spirit. And I'm gonna go to Romans. Let's go. I'm gonna go to Romans. Because that's how we know that through the spirit that we're the Israelites, man. For this is Romans 8 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Verse 6, for the carnal mind is death, but the spiritual mind is life and peace. Now, before we came back, we've been woke up to this truth, man. We were in the congregation of the dead, but because we had that carnal mind state, but the spiritual mind is life and peace, in this law, statutes, and commandments that we was talking about, that give us that life and that peace. Okay, and then verse 7 it says, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can it be. So they can't even. It says they are not subject to the law. Like we said, we were the only ones under the law, and they can't get right. They can't understand this word, so they can't praise the Most High. All right,
because the word condemns them.
Correct.
They have so-called Edomites. I mean, not so-called Edomites. Edomites understand the Bible. They hide the truth, but they understand it. They know they have a short time. That's why they wilding out. That's why it says that in Revelations.
Okay. And then I just want to drop down to verse 16, Romans 8 and 16. It reads, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Okay. All right. You got anything else?
Yeah, we the chosen people.
Yeah.
Let me get one more precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 22. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behold, a people cometh from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses, and set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion. Now, there's no time that, I'm not going to say that because King David did that. All right, so men that came to war against us, the daughter of Zion, who was they talking about? Who came against war against the Native American man and put them on the trails of tears and killed millions of people? Who threw so-called African Americans on slave ships and crossed the Atlantic? Millions of bodies died before they even got to the shores on the other side of the planet. These men are set for war and having no mercy. They're not sparing nobody, old or young. They don't care. But these are the curses that we have to go through for disobeying the law. Once we get back, that's when we get back our power, and that's when we get back our rulership. Then it's a wrap. This is the last time. This last time we're gonna learn forever. The law is gonna be written in our inward parts, in our minds. It will be impossible for us to go off, and that's the problem. That's what scares the other nations.
All right. I'm gonna go to Baruch. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Our people are stiff-necked people, man. Okay. You know, starting with the apostles and the elders on down, man. We've been out here for years telling the people that they're Israelites. They don't want to hear, you know, that they need to repent and turn back to their power. But no, they want to stay. They envy their oppressors, man. You know, and they love their ways, man. You know, and they actually chase, they run after their father, the devil, man. You know, which is Esau, man. You know, and let's go. I got some more on that. 31. Wait, I'm gonna start at 30 again. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the line of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. And we are, man. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has starting to wake up his men, man. You know, to bring forth this word.
And Salakia, are the so-called Chinese men in captivity? They have their own land. Are the so-called white men in captivity? They have multiple lands. They're not remembering Yahweh Shem Yahushai in the land of their captivity. Who is in the land of their captivity today? A Native American man is captive today. Hispanic man. Besides Jake, Issachar is the most locked up person. Issachar gets shot by police too. You just don't see it on the news. Native Americans get shot by police too. You just don't see it on the news. We're all in this oppression together. The scriptures say Judah and Ephraim are oppressed together. I might be butchering that. But go ahead.
Okay. Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. You know, and the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai for these ears to hear, man. You know, and that's why he spoke in parables, man. You know, and he always said, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Because this word is not for everybody. It's only for his chosen people.
The elect.
The elect. And let me see. You got anything else, Art?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna bring out one. I got a couple more precepts. Then we'll close. I want to go to 1 Corinthians 2:9. Okay, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9. But as it is written, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, neither have entered into the heart of men the things which Yahweh have prepared for them that love him. See, they don't, if they did, they would be praising the Most High. They would be keeping their laws, statutes, and commandments, and they can't do that though, because we just read it in Romans that they can't, you know. So that's another way we bear witness, because you know, we're the ones, you know, that he has chosen, the Israelites. It's only us, you know. Okay. Verse 10, Yahweh have revealed them unto us, Salakia. But Yahweh have revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searches all things, yeah, the deep things of Yahweh. So he said he reveals his secrets to the prophets, and the prophets are here today spreading the word of Yahweh Masha and MaYaKaAhla, and that's how we bear witness that we're the Israelites, man. You know, and you know, and it's many other, you know, we the only ones that you see out here on the highways and byways, man. You don't see nobody else saying they're the Israelites, man. You know, right? You know,
no other nations claiming that.
No.
Except for the so-called Jewish people.
Yeah.
They don't even call themselves Israelites. They call themselves Jewish. Or Israelis. Slakia. Israelis, what they call themselves. So where did the Israelites go? Did it just vanish? Who are they today? We know who the Ammonites are, Moab.
And you know, he said Matthew 5:13, ye are the salt of the earth. You know, and everybody on the earth try to be like Jake. You know, everybody. You know.
Set the standard.
Yeah.
Set the standard worldwide.
Yeah.
Nothing goes viral without our touch.
Okay. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savior, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be casted out, and to be trodden underneath the foot of men. So we're the salt of the earth, man. We set the pace here, you know. And they just, you know, on the sneak tip, try to just be like us, you know, and stole all of our inventions, everything, man, you know. All right, and through faith, man, you know, let's go to Hebrews, because faith, man, without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High, and that's how we, you know, we diligently seeking His word, man, you know, through faith. You know, through faith and hope. That's how we're saved, through hope, man. All right. You want to bring out Hebrews 1?
Hebrews 1?
Yeah, 11 and 1.
11 and 1.
Yeah. So,
all right. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's lucky.
Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Okay, see, so we can't see that we're Israelites, you know, through any nothing telling us, but through faith, because we bear our spirit, bear witness with the Spirit, and through faith, man, that we understand that we are the Israelites.
There's no DNA test you go take. Oh yeah, you're 100% Israelite. It doesn't work like that. Right. If they did, they'll claim that so-called white people are Israelites.
Okay, and I'm just gonna drop down to verse 6, Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that He is. And that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So that's what we do, you know. That's what we do here, you know. Through the power of Yahweh Masha and MaYaKaAhla, we hope this lesson was edifying. And we want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah, Kadash, Barakathah, Akim. And with that, we're going to say Shalom until the next one.
Shalom.
All right, Shalom.